Hey guys, what's going on today? Justin Glover here with JustinGlover.com, and thank you very much for stopping by and checking out this video. This is kind of my personal space where I like to talk about the three things that I'm most passionate about: money, marketing, and motivation. Now, before I get into the video today, I want to go ahead and apologize for the lack of enthusiasm. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I'm usually a little bit more fired up. But I had a procedure done this morning, and I'm not completely over that. Still a little bit groggy from the medicine, if you will. So anyway, I swung by the office here to pick up a few things, and I was looking at my email and reading a few questions that people have sent in. And one that really got my attention, I was actually looking for some stuff I was going to shoot some videos tomorrow at the house, but one that really got my attention was from Tristan in Atlanta. And she sent me an email that said, basically to paraphrase it, she was having trouble with procrastination. Not getting things done, wait until the last minute, and things that were important to her, she was never meeting deadlines, she kept putting things off. So I really wanted to go ahead and make a video tonight to talk about this, because I've been there. I know exactly what she's going through. I still struggle with the same problem today. And there are two things that I started doing that really helped me in this area of my life, my business. And once I started using these two things, then it's like, I didn't have that problem anymore. It's a very simple solution. It's actually so simple. Whenever you first hear it, you might think, well, I already knew that. But I'm telling you, if you will do these next two things that I'm about to share with you, then you completely destroy any type of procrastination. Okay, on to what those two things are. The first thing you're going to want to do is, in every outcome that you are looking to achieve, in every project that you're wanting to get done, in everything that you need to do, the first thing you want to do is write a deadline. Put it down on paper. Just set the deadline. Post it to where you can see it. Okay, I have to have it done by that date. If you don't do this, you never have anything to work towards. And the right train of thought never comes into play. So the first thing you've got to do is you've got to set a deadline and tell somebody about it. If you're working with someone on a project, or you're trying to, you say, well, I've been meaning to get this done for, the last 2 weeks, and just hadn't happened. Well, put it down on paper and share it with somebody. Set a deadline. That's all you got to do. Now, that is very crucial. But the second part, however, is, for me, what I found it to be more, motivating, to kind of get me off my butt and actually do it. And I use this same type of, the same rule in everything that I do. So if I have something that I've got to get done, the first thing that I do is set a deadline. I put it down on paper. If it's appropriate, I tell somebody, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. This is when I want to have it done by. The second thing that I do is I make a bet with somebody. And whenever I tell people this, they're like, well, what are you talking about, Justin? That's stupid. And here's what I mean. I'll give you an example. A long time ago, it is a long time ago actually, I was wanting to start running every morning before work to kind of release some energy and just get my day started. Get up early and go run every single morning. And I had a friend that was willing to do that with me. The problem we kept running into is when he would come over to wake me up or to pick me up, there would be times where I didn't feel like getting up and running. I didn't feel like getting out of bed. Floor was cold. It was cold outside. Just didn't want to do it. So I got to thinking, okay, well, let me try this principle at it. So I told him one day, his name was Jeremy. I said, Jeremy, here's a piece of paper where I wrote down, I, Justin Glover, will go running with Jeremy every single day, every morning when he comes over. If not, if he comes over and I am not deathly sick and I am available and I just don't get up and run, if I make an excuse, then I will pay Jeremy $100. And I signed it and gave it to him. And what that did, people say, well, some of you are going to say, well, I don't have $100. Exactly, I didn't either. I knew that the pain of me having to pay him $100 would overtake my initial pain of having to get up out of bed and face that cold weather. So I didn't want to pay him $100, so I got my butt up and ran, even when I didn't feel like getting out of bed. And what that did is that allowed me to develop that habit, and I didn't have any problems with it after that. So I started applying that principle to everything that I do. If I have something that I want to get knocked out by the end of the week, I'll call somebody up. One of my good friends, somebody that's close to me in my business, and say, okay, here are some of my goals for the end of the week. I'm going to shoot you over an email, and it says if I don't have this project up that meets this and this requirement by this date, here's what I'm going to do for you. And it's always a goal of something that would make, I guess, let me try to figure out how to say this. It would be more painful for me to actually fulfill that promise than it would for me to put in the work to meet my goal. And in the end result is I never ever, well, I don't want to say ever because sometimes things just happen, but I'm always closer to meeting my goal than I would have been if I didn't go through this process. So I've kind of rambled for a little bit. I'm actually very tired. I'm about to get out of here and head to the house. So thank you guys for checking it out. And I promise you, if you apply these two principles in your life, you will completely destroy procrastination. Take care. Bye.